Hey guys, what's going on? Today's video is basically a video just talking about the NBA Draft Lottery almost 24 hours later, because last night's video, that was just a reaction, just all emotion, really no use of my brain or head there, just from the heart. And I wanted to make this video just to talk about what happened and what the future is going to be like, what the draft is going to be like, what I'm expecting there. So basically, let's talk about the reaction for a second. Like I said before the video, I bought into the Zion to New York hype so much. I knew the numbers, I knew the 14% chance and how the lottery was changed this year, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just looking at Zion in those mock-up New York Knicks jerseys, and I was like, wow, great, like this is it. And I kind of thought that throughout the whole year, as bad as that was, I knew it was bad, but I just, when the Knicks were playing the way they were last year, you almost just have to think about Zion coming to New York to get through the season. And I think that's why I got so upset, because I assumed it was going to happen, even though I definitely shouldn't have. But yes, it wasn't a shock, but it kind of was. The other thing is, the Knicks, they lost the draft lottery. Like, they had the worst record in the NBA and they lost, and it just would have been cool to win something as a Knicks fan. Like, what does that feel like to win something as a Knicks fan? I don't know. So winning that draft lottery would have been honestly a great feeling, even though it's basically win it because you're a bad team. But just having those ping pong balls go in the Knicks' favor would have been an outstanding development for the Knicks organization and their luck. Honestly, really, that's the upsetting part, because like I said in the video, it's just the Knicks keep on being like the Knicks, and it doesn't make you feel good going into free agency after something like that happens last night. But I'm still hopeful about free agency. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm still hopeful about the summer, even though you do kind of double or second guess yourself after last night. Can't assume anything. You cannot assume anything. Even going to a free agency with KD and Kyrie and everything and all those reports, you gotta just, in your head, if you're a Knicks fan, just gotta assume almost that they're not coming. And then listen, if they do come, you can be even more excited, and if they don't come, you won't be as upset, I guess. So the outlook here, so the draft. Zion should be going number 1 overall to the Pelicans if no trade happens or anything. It's gonna be interesting though to see what happens, because with the whole AD trade rumors and all that, and I'm assuming Zion's going number 1 overall to the Pelicans, but hey, you never know. What did the lottery show us last night? Hey, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So the two players that the Knicks are most likely going to draft, the two players that it's probably in between, are Morant and RJ Barrett. And honestly, I would like them to draft RJ Barrett. It seems like Morant is going to go number 2 overall. It seems like the Knicks might not have the chance to draft him. But RJ Barrett is another player I really did like throughout the college basketball season. He played obviously with Zion. He averaged 22, 7, and 4, I believe. He had really great numbers at Duke, playing with Zion, who also had great numbers. I mean, obviously that was a good team, but he did perform. And I think a lot of people are saying this, and I definitely agree that he does have a high ceiling. He does have really high ceiling. The thing with Morant is, I don't even want to say this because it's just going against everything I just said about not assuming, but if the Knicks do get Kyrie, it doesn't make sense to draft Morant, right? Even though if they did get Kyrie, it would happen after the draft. I just don't see Morant and Kyrie playing. I don't think you could have both of them on the floor at the same time. I mean, technically you can, but I just don't think that would be the most productive lineup or the best lineup you could put out there. But I just said don't assume anything, but now I'm like, well, if the Knicks are going to get Kyrie, they can't draft Morant. See, I'm already talking like that. But no, Morant, he's another really good player. He calls himself the point guard, which is true. He kind of reminds me of Dennis Smith Jr. a little bit with his athletic ability, but I think he's definitely more of a pure point guard. He's a better passer. He can really do it all. Dennis Smith Jr., obviously Knicks point guard right now, is not as great as a passer and an all-around point guard as Morant is. And honestly, let's be positive here for a second. It could have been worse for the Knicks. They could have fallen to 5. I mean, look what happened to the Cavs and the Suns and the Bulls. They all fell far. They were really the unlucky ones last night, because those 3 players, Zion, Morant, and RJ Barrett, those are 3 very, very good players. Zion, obviously, first year, like the best of the best in this class on another level than all the guys. But those other two, Ja Morant and RJ Barrett, are two other very good players. So yes, it stinks that the Knicks didn't win the draft lottery, but listen, the future is bright. The future is bright. I mean, I don't know if they're going to trade the pick. Who knows what's going to happen? But if they do make the pick, the future is bright. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died. But as I was saying, my reaction last night, I wasn't upset because the Knicks now only have the chance to draft Ja Morant or RJ Barrett. No, it wasn't that. It was just me being upset because they didn't win. That's it. I'm excited about the opportunity for them to draft Ja Morant or RJ Barrett. I really am. And I like both those guys. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Make sure you drop a like. Comment down below your reactions to the NBA Draft Lottery. A day out, you've kind of had time to decompress, let the emotions out a little. And yeah, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos. Peace out.